We're live.
Oh, we are live, baby.
Woo!
You're listening to the Podcast Detroit Network. Visit www.podcastdetroit.com for more information.
I said, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. I said, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. We're gonna drink a fine whiskey and smoke a really fine cigar.
It is time for Happy Hour. It is the Man Cave Happy Hour. Whiskey, cigars, spirits, and stories that go along with it. I'm Jamie Flanagan.
I am Matt Fox.
And we are downtown.
You know what? How long has it been since we've been down here?
Ooh, good year.
Yeah, it's getting going.
Yeah, no, it's we launched.
I don't know what you idiots do.
We launched Podcast Detroit Northville about a year ago.
Actually, laughably, the memory showed up, I think, 2 days ago.
Fair play.
That said, oh my God, I hope they're ready. I'm going down to Northville to set up shit, and they have to record their first show tomorrow.
But it worked, and it's been working great.
Yeah.
So it's the Man Cave back where we kicked it off here at the we kicked off live at the Godfather.
Yes, that was
and that was actually the end of October.
Yeah.
In 2017.
Was it that long ago?
Yeah, 3 years. It's over 3 years.
You know what that does? That makes my liver hurt.
Oh yeah, because we've been drinking, and well, you know, there's a solution for that in your liver hurting, and that's it. We just outlaw alcohol, Matthew.
Oh, is that what happens?
That's what happens. People, you can't behave yourself, you can't manage yourself.
Bunch of raging alcoholics running around.
The government will step in and control your life for you.
Yeah, why not?
That's a little thing we like to call prohibition.
Oh, you know what? That did happen, didn't it?
It did happen. It sounds like a nightmare, but
today's
nightmare was real.
special about this, though.
It was the repeal of Prohibition. Yes, came down on December the 5th. So we figured we'd get together and raise a glass for Prohibition Repeal Day.
Yes.
And December 5. Yes, December.
You know, there
5th,
are
yes.
a lot of folks celebrating Repeal Day.
Yeah,
on
all over.
on the Facebook feeds, on the all the pages that I follow and what have you, everyone's celebrating Repeal Day.
It's a different reason to drink other than COVID.
Well,
Yes,
Because we have nothing else to do, so why not? That's
So Dave from IT and the D is here, the head honcho podcast Detroit, and Tara, our favorite amazing bartender is with us. So Tara, thanks because we were like, Repeal Day, let's do something. Let's just do a little toast, figure something fun to do for just a taste. Mm-hmm. And I was like, last second, I was like, oh crap, we should see if Tara's busy or not. she's like, get me out of the house.
Yes. No homeschooling.
it's brilliant to have you back in the Man Cave, Tara.
I'm excited to be back.
So we got some fun stuff lined up, but we were talking like right now you're doing you do craft cocktails, you sell cool, you teach some awesome lessons at one of the local country clubs, but generally your job right now, you are homeschool mom. It's like the worst remake of Billy Madison ever. She's going through all the grades. You got 5?
Yes.
5 different grades?
5 different grades.
Wow.
It's like the worst remake of Billy Madison ever. It's like, although it would be cool if the penguin was there.
I see you, penguin.
So
I see you.
From the other side of the big desk.
I miss being behind the bar. Turns out dealing with drunk people is much easier than
Although let's be honest,
math.
like drunks and kids have a lot in common.
They do.
Like seriously, stop licking that. Put your pants back on. No, you can't have that right now. No, I'm not dealing with you right now.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I was
You're cut off.
Yes.
I don't have to teach math to a bunch of drunks. You know,
They don't know what 15% is. That's for fucking sure.
Yeah, right.
So maybe
Very
you do.
True. Yes, yeah.
I was going to go down the path of, they wake up late, they stay up late, but you went a much darker way than I.
I mean, you've met me, right?
Yeah. Surprisingly, it hasn't worn off on me yet.
Tara, we're glad you could take a break from the homeschooling and join us to do your other job of pouring cocktails. And so, we pulled up a couple of fun things to deal with. We're probably going to go with the Old Forester. I grabbed two. We got the Old Forester, the 1920s,
Yes.
the Prohibition Style
Yes.
bourbon. Matt, do you know anything about the Old Forester 1920? Because we also, as you're digging that out, we also grabbed Four Roses. And this is the simple bottle of Four Roses. It's the lower end one. It's I think it's about $20 for the fifth ish, but that Four Roses is one of the few distilleries that stayed open through Prohibition. And it's like when everybody says, "Oh, for medicinal purposes only," It's like, so that's where that came from, is because people would be
Right,
able to
it
get
was-
prescribed whiskeys, and so there were a few distilleries that
If only that was still prescribed.
Oh my gosh.
See, the thing about the 1920s, though, it was the Old Forester continued to be...
How is this entire nut episode not being done in this voice? See,
Yeah.
So the Old Forester, say, it continued to be produced as medicinal whiskey on Louisville famed Whiskey Row. Excuse me. It is the only bourbon continuously sold by the same company that has been available for sale before, during, and after Prohibition.
Right.
So that's why we went down the road with the 1920.
Yeah. So it's
It's a good bourbon too. I have to say, out of the Whiskey Row series, the 1920 and the 1910 are my two favorite.
right.
The 1920, you get so much of like the chocolate and the caramel and like the creme brulee kind of notes. It's
Now we've had this before, and the last time that we tried this, we were with the Kentucky Bourbon Boys, and we did Girl Scout cookies with them.
I was
Nice.
desperately searching for
Nice.
that episode. I couldn't find it.
It was very tasty. It was a very tasteful episode, very tasty episode.
I went to the Old Forester distillery about 2-3 years ago, and it is one of my favorite distilleries.
See,
It is such a good time.
jealous. I have yet to make it.
Oh, it's a good time.
Yeah. So I've yet to make it to the Bourbon Trail. I've been
See, I'm
dying
not
to
on
do
the
it.
whole Bourbon Trail. I was with Brown Foreman, and I just did Woodford
Okay.
in Old Forester.
All right. I would absolutely.
I would have made it many days longer just doing those two.
to get down there. And I'm looking for, because there was an article. Yeah, here it is. There was an article in a magazine. Did I put the link in here?
I hope so.
I did not. I just have the. The one article, but it was 10 bourbons that you could buy in place of really expensive bourbons, and coming in at number 4 was the Old Forester Birthday Bourbon, and that is like $200 for a bottle.
It's also impossible to get.
And it's impossible to get. And they said that, and this just happens on the list. This just happens to be happenstance that the replacement for the Old Forester is the Old Forester to replace the Birthday Bourbon. But so it's not a knock on the Birthday Bourbon, but it's this 1920 Prohibition style is consistently one of the best bourbons in America.
I would actually agree with that.
So
I
yeah,
would agree
so
with
$500 to $600 if you're
my
looking
God.
for the
pass.
Hard pass.
So it's 130 MSRP, but it's usually people swoop
Even
them
that.
up.
Yeah.
Pass.
Yeah, I know, and it's but the
See, and this is where things get crazy with me.
Yeah.
To me, bourbon is a lot like wine.
yeah.
I feel like once you hit a certain price point, you really can't tell a difference. You really can't.
I will somewhat agree with you. I'm not a wine drinker entirely. I mean, I'm not like one of those wine drinkers.
Right.
But I do love a really good bourbon.
Like once you hit a $20 bottle of wine, and I'm gonna go $60, $80 bottle of bourbon.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go above that, you're being pretentious.
Right. There is some, but there's also really good cheap bourbons. I mean,
Oh.
Varial Barton is a
Yeah.
great.
Yes, it is.
I do.
We've
I
done
do
Oh,
love
dude,
it. Oh,
there's-
actually, I was with you guys.
There's
last time.
there's
Great
nothing
night.
wrong with a $3 bottle of Aldi wine. I mean, they do a good job.
Yeah. I haven't had the Aldi.
Yeah,
wine.
not.
Aldi wine. Aldi had a bourbon going too. And I
Which
haven't been able to
apparently
get my
is
hands
not
on it.
available in the U.S. just yet. I think it's February.
People were talking about it, and I was like searching and searching.
Oh, dude, there was
until
there. Oh, yeah, all the stories were being because apparently it won some sort of award.
Yeah.
Really?
But apparently it's only a European release until February.
Yeah.
I didn't know
okay.
that.
Interesting.
So yeah, I do want to get my mitts on that eventually. But so that's why we're playing with the 1920 Prohibition style, and it's a replacement for the birthday stuff. So it's It's a playa.
It's a what was that? See that was very visual, Jamie. Can you do that again?
I'm sorry. Is it a playa or is it a playa? Because that's that commercial that's floating around. Right
Jamie's
now.
over here. He's
I don't
fighting
know.
or
I'm fired up. I'm excited. But we were talking about. I was like, okay, we're doing the Repeal Day, end of Prohibition. What would be a good cocktail? And you like shot back immediately with
Old fashioned.
an old fashioned.
Old fashioned or in highball, but
Okay.
I figured boozy. It's always boozy when I'm with you guys, so why not go stronger?
Let's go. Yeah, I'd like to do an old fashioned. So,
Yeah.
what is the story on the old fashioned? Do you know the history
The
on
old
that at all?
fashioned was actually created in a strip club.
Hey, get out! Was it?
Yeah, I think I
Wow.
remember.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
Are we still talking about drinks, or is that like a? No, never mind. You know where I was going.
yeah.
So, anyways, Tara, yeah.
Yes, it was created in a strip club.
Okay.
And actually later, that same bartender took it to the Waldorf Astoria, where it became known as the
the
old
Waldorf.
fashioned.
Yes.
The Waldorf. If you ever walk through the halls of the
I've
Waldorf,
actually never been there. I've always wanted to.
Just the pictures and the history in that building itself is just incredible.
Really?
It really
Oh,
is.
for that. I think they're closed at the moment and they're renovating.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
Yeah,
if
there's a lot of renovations going on. Townsend is doing a bunch of crap, and yeah, a lot of people are taking the time to
Plenty of time right now.
paint a fresh face on things. So, all right, so an old fashioned. So, how do you make? Because there's all little variations here and there on the old fashioned.
So I do mine pretty much the traditional way.
Okay.
I don't put cherries in it.
Okay, no.
And I don't top it with soda because I know that kind of became a thing in the 90s where
Oh.
you just splash a club soda on top.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I definitely don't do that.
No.
I do bitters, and I don't use sugar. I use a simple syrup, even though it's traditionally with sugar. That's just because, at least for me personally, a lot of the sugar doesn't dissolve entirely, and I don't like it in the bottom of the glass. So it's just easier, mixes better.
All right, well let's do an old fashioned.
Yeah.
Let's crack that. Let's crack that Prohibition style.
What glasses shall I choose?
There's
from?
like I don't know.
These
There's
can I just say that these are very festive.
those are
These are very-
those are vintage.
Vintage, like
Yeah.
Tex-Mex party vintage.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's some funky fresh glasses for sure.
Do you remember the name of the bartender that invented the old fashioned?
James.
Yes, James E. Pepper.
Yes.
Yes.
I almost said peppercorn, and that didn't sound right.
hey,
I'm
there
like,
you are.
wait, that is not right.
All right, so we're gonna get that. We're gonna crack that open and do that up. But there's talking about Prohibition. Better than 100 years behind us now. Thank goodness.
Yes. But that prohibition lasted for what, 13 years?
Yeah.
I mean,
From 1920 to 1933.
the Spanish flu is behind us too, but look where we are today.
Yes.
You had to go
Same,
there.
same,
No, I'm just saying.
same mistakes. Barking down the road. But there's some laws that were enacted during Prohibition.
Okay.
And they forget to take some laws off the books.
Like you're not supposed to walk your gator down the street or
Exactly,
something?
exactly. But wait, let's interrupt. And so Tara, you poured in the bitters first.
I did. So normally it's about 2 to 4 dashes of bitters.
Yeah.
But I like a lot of bitters, so I
Yes.
do 6 to 8. I think I've probably said that before.
Yeah.
I
No,
like,
which is fine,
I like
yeah.
things super bitter.
I've been doing that at home. Is
It's
adding
just
a
so
little.
good.
Being super bitter? Doing that at
Yeah,
home?
well,
Yes.
that's what homeschooling does to you.
Yes, I've been adding more bitters to my cocktails, and so instead of just the 2 or 3 dashes, I've been going 4 or 5 or even 6.
Fair.
It's
I found that
good.
about 5 is a little better for me than 6 because I went like 7 or 8 a couple times. I went, that's a bit much. So I was good at about 5, and
Yeah.
that's what I found was. But that was for I was making Manhattans,
Oh, okay.
so that was for my Manhattans.
I mean, I do the same amount of bitters and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
But I have probably 6 or 7 bottles of bitters at home.
Yeah.
I'll never run out of bitters. So then I have a simple syrup, which
Yeah.
I made using Demerara, because I like the little bit of extra molasses flavor you get from a Demerara.
Demerara, okay.
Demerara. And I
Demerara.
just do a 1/4 ounce. You can do a little bit more if you want it a little bit sweeter, but I'm not huge into sweet, obviously.
All right.
Interesting. So what are some of these laws that were
So yeah, like I said, there were some laws that were on the books for prohibition, and they haven't gone away yet. And it's like, why are these things still on the books? It did last 13 years. But here's some of the strangest drinking laws. You can drink and drive in Mississippi. It's the only state that doesn't have an open container law for passengers or drivers.
Really?
Yeah, but the driver's blood alcohol content has to stay below 0.08.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you can't be drunk,
Right?
but you can drink while you're driving.
Wow.
So only one.
You can have an open container in your car drinking.
One for the road.
That's where the terminology
That is,
roadie came
one
from.
Yes.
on the road. Yes. So yeah, I thought that was kind of nuts. This is a year or two old too. They made us closed up the gaps on these. So yeah. So but all right. So it lasted 13 years. You can drink and drive in Mississippi. Massachusetts doesn't have happy hours.
Really?
No happy hour in Boston. So yeah. So no
They're
happy
always,
hours.
They're always happy in Boston.
Yeah, that's it. The state forbids businesses from running happy hour specials as a public safety measure.
Huh.
So the Michigan State Liquor Commission has a lot of rules. Yeah, we got in trouble for a couple things because Matt and I we were DJing here at the Detroit Shipping Company, and we would DJ like some of their nights and like promote it, and we were like, oh, we were doing something with Ham's beer.
Yes.
And we were like, I don't know, we were like, we'll give you whatever I said, however I said it, it's like we'll give you a beer or something like that.
Oh, can't give away alcohol.
And yeah, we got spanked on that. I don't know. What do I know? I'm the DJ. I'm just.
Can't give away alcohol. Is this the ice we're using? These.
Yeah, you can use
beautiful
the.
ice balls?
Yeah, I don't know how beautiful the ice balls are, but
I have beautiful.
I
ice
just
balls
walked
at
into
home.
Jamie getting spanked. What happened? Like what? I took a phone call and
Well,
When we were doing the
Jamie's
80s
getting
nights
spanked,
here.
and we're pulling out my ice balls.
alrighty then. Are we calling them duck eggs? Has anybody seen Big Mouth yet?
no.
I haven't seen the new season yet. No, I have not seen the new season.
So my hands are
You're
clean.
good,
I
you're good.
promise.
It's all good.
My kids are out of diapers, so there's no worries there.
Did you want an old fashioned?
I'm sorry. Is the answer to that ever no? Like why would I? Why?
So, yeah. Woo. Yeah, I don't know if I brought the right glasses for the right.
You know what?
No,
I
can-
didn't.
I
know
can
I
stir
did
it
now.
and make it fit.
They'll fit. They'll fit. Oh, that one was just being.
I will keep that one since my fingers just went all the way into it. I was trying not to.
That's all right. So yeah, if you can whip one more up
Yeah.
there, add another to the
He-
mix. So she goes a little heavier on the bitters.
I was listening while I was out of here.
Like most of the women in my life, a little heavy on the bitter.
little bitter and cynical. Yeah.
How do you like your coffee?
I mean, you
I like
just-
my coffee like I like my women, cold and bitter.
Free trade.
See, here's the beautiful thing about doing this podcast for me. Not necessarily for Matthew, but for me. My wife will never, ever, ever, ever listen to an absolute single episode ever.
That's why I'm
ever.
being so quiet.
That's what you think.
That's
No, she
That's-
doesn't. No, no.
That's support. That's amazing.
Yeah, no. She's proud of it. Actually, it's a point of pride for her that she will. And I have 3 podcasts, and I play them like on the stereo, loud in the house, so she has to
Hey,
hear 'em.
listen to me. This is all about me.
I don't do that, but
Take over every Amazon Echo in the house. I take over. Yeah.
we're not allowed to have those.
Whereas my daughter listens to everything that I do. So,
Trouble. Well, that's actually probably a good thing.
It is.
Probably a shortcut on some of those awkward conversations.
which brings me back to Big Mouth, actually. Which,
I need to watch the new season.
oh, no. So the first 3 seasons, I was actually okay with her watching.
Yeah. Did this one get a little weird?
This one, yeah, I'm not ready for my 13-year-old daughter to watch a cartoon about hand jobs. I'm just not.
Nikes. All right.
But like honestly, I felt the first 3 episodes or the first 3 seasons were very like educational.
Okay.
And she actually told me that she learned a lot from them about her own body and like how things work and all that stuff. Because
Wow.
For those not familiar with it, Big Mouth is a phenomenal series on Netflix that's all about basically kids going through puberty.
Your masturbation monster.
And no, it's the hormone monster. Don't mislabel Maury.
I think the masturbation monster's funnier. All right,
I mean,
maybe not.
you do what you do in your own home. That's I'm not. you call it whatever you need to. But no, so it's a great show. But like this last season, is a lot more swearing, a lot more adult language, and like I said, cartoon hand jobs, like bordering hentai child pornography. Like I'm not quite sure how they got away with it. So
well, they're in high school in
they went to summer camp and then into 8th grade.
Oh, 8th grade
in this
Jesus.
season. Yes.
Okay, I'm just reminiscing about my own experiences in 8th grade. Yeah, I had none of that. Thank goodness.
I mean, sorry.
Yeah. Then again, I did come from a private school to a public school, and I had no idea what was going on.
Oh. Yeah, that was. We had that conversation. I did my year in Catholic school, and then I wasn't kicked out, but I was, however, invited not to re-enroll for the following year.
All right, so Tara, you took like a peeler, right? Is that just like a potato peeler? Or is that special?
Yeah,
is that a special?
No, it's just a peeler.
Okay.
A fruit peeler.
And then you peeled an orange.
I did.
And then you kind of gave that rind a squeeze and a wave.
I do. So I squeeze it over it so that you get all the oils out of the orange.
Okay.
And it's a little bit more for aromatic.
Right.
Making sure I hold this up for the.
Yeah. Oh, it smells gorgeous.
Look at this.
You get those oils kind of right on the top.
Yeah.
Look at that pour, everybody. Oh my God.
That's okay. That's not on at all.
Yeah.
It's that one.
Is it this one?
This can.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Hi.
Beautiful.
So, Tara, thank you
Tara,
for the
this is
old fashioned
gorgeous.
with the. And
this
you used the
smells
1920 Old Forester.
Yes.
Gentlemen, and I use
Ladies?
the term loosely.
Cheers, Repeal's Day.
Gentlemen, lady.
I get a lot of that
that's
orange
so
off
good.
of the
Yeah.
off the first
Right
one.
off
So
the
now
top.
the ooh wow, and see, you just don't make them at home like this.
Well, I mean, you don't.
No, I don't even. I don't. It's because it's not the old fashioned. She used the simple sugar that you used was what?
Oh, Demerara. I use Demerara.
What? So Demerara. What is the actual Demerara?
It's just a little bit more of a coarse sugar, and it has a little bit more molasses in it. So you get almost a sweeter flavor than your
Because
plain
I
white
brought some sugar packs. I got the natural sugars, and those are the ones that I usually use.
Yeah, kind of like this. This would be
And
almost
it's the
same thing.
darker sugars.
Yeah. Where
the
did you
the
steal
subtext
these
to her
from?
voice was so amazing. It was like, oh, that's cute.
Oh yeah.
Aw. It's so tiny.
No, I'm just trying
So
to.
for what it's and it, did I way back in the day I was a bartender,
Right.
and I've built out a pretty stellar home bar because like this is where I'm happiest.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, dude, I love so I'm curious, what kind of bitters are you using?
Angostura.
Angostura, okay.
Yeah.
Like straight or one of the flavors?
No, straight.
Okay,
Straight.
very cool.
See, now I got-
could have gotten creative with it, but I figured since it was Repeal Day, it was best to just go.
Because I have the
straight
orange.
traditional.
Mine are the orange, and I use the orange ones. But I noticed there's like walnut bitters, and there's muskrat bitters.
Oh,
and
it's
there's
the new yeah.
There's
There's
so many.
87 different flavors. It's ridiculous now.
So does that make a notable difference?
It does.
Oh.
It does. For sure. If you ever make a cocktail and try it with bitters and then make the same cocktail and add bitters to it, it does make a difference.
Right.
Especially
What-
if it's like a cherry bitter or something that has a strong a strong flavor
flavored
to it.
to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
usually it's the
yeah.
citrus ones that get pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because I was looking at a recipe and I was trying to make some stuff at home, and I'm like, oh, I want to make something different. And I was looking up a recipe, and I think it was for the last show that we did, and it called for walnut bitters.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I want to get those.
You
and
can
do this
actually
cocktail.
get those right at Meyer now. Meyer
yeah.
has really expanded like the bitters.
They've
that
actually got
they
a
are carrying.
great like
They
just
do.
mixer and additive selection. They
They do-
really
it
really
didn't
do.
They got a
used
nice
to be
bourbon
like that.
selection
No,
now.
like the last year,
Yeah.
maybe,
Yeah.
at best, yeah.
Still a little rough on the vermouth that they carry, but but the bitters is good. Yeah, they've got like black walnut, celery. They've got decent selection now.
Yeah. I found that.
Yeah, the
amazing.
liquor store by my house literally has an entire like floor to ceiling rack that's about, I'm gonna go 8 feet wide. That's just bitters.
Yeah.
Like it is.
It's a thing.
Oh. No, because they're all different. They're all different flavor profiles. They're all different. You know,
Yeah.
it's what kind of tint you want to add to your drink.
See, I do apologize. I don't mix as much as I should because I'm always a neat guy with the bourbons.
Right.
You know, I don't like to dab. I love a mixed cocktail.
Yeah.
This is absolutely brilliant.
It's like-
but
yeah,
at
like-
home, I don't mix drinks when I'm at home.
Well, I mean, how many Zooms have we been on? How many times have you seen me make an old fashioned?
0.
Yeah, but it's but I went through a night. It was actually one of the school board meeting nights where like I went. You know what? I've got like probably I think I've got 9 different Angostoras at home. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to make. I made it through 3 before I was like, I should not do this anymore. but you know, I just. Yeah, that's a different note, different flavor. Okay, different note, different flavor. And I think that's part of the fun of being a bartender is, all right, let me play and see what I can do with this.
Right.
Yeah.
Before anybody, because that way if somebody asks me, no, you don't actually want that. But to the walnut point, like that was one of the things, like, you know, with my little barrel aging thing that's going on. That's been one of the things that I've read lately where for the last month that I'm going to let it sit in there, I should throw crushed walnuts in.
Interesting. 'Cause last time you tasted your barrel that you're doing, you said it had a nice little cinnamon to it, like a fireball almost, because you added that.
I did.
Right?
And not a whole lot, which was the crazy. Like it was crazy to me that was actually the note that came through because it's a 5-liter barrel, and so like that was maybe a third of a liter that I threw into that. That had that, and it was Jack Fire. But like just still that came, like that's the flavor that came through up front. Like really surprised me.
Interesting.
See, if I'm doing an old fashioned at home, or actually the couple places I've worked where I put menus together, I will take out the syrup altogether and I use nocino, which is made with green walnuts technically, but it is a dark flavor. So, and it just gives it like a super sweet and savory. It's really, really good.
This is a brilliant cocktail.
Does I feel like I'm down in the speakeasy? And it's nice. There's a bar called in Metro Detroit here. It's called the Speakeasy, and you were bartended there for a little while.
Johnny's.
Yeah, and that's a nice place.
Yeah,
and this is reminiscent of.
Is that the one that's
for me
inside Royal Oak?
under Mr. B's?
Yeah, under Mr. B's. Yeah,
behind the cooler door.
Yeah,
Dude, like, can we just?
Yes,
like
we can.
not knocking them, but like that whole concept has become super overplayed.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the idea of it, but yeah, they all kind of popped up at the same time.
And it's adorbs, and it's like and it's a thing,
Yeah.
but
Adorbs.
Well, it's an interesting little because it's a small
it's adorable.
space
Again,
and
that's
the
cute.
chef the chef is cooking to a small crowd, and
Yeah.
I think they
Yes.
do it. They do it a little differently. It's not just an offshoot. I mean, it's its own
Well,
little
it's not-
thing, and it's own menu, and it's a little more gourmet.
And it's a very small kitchen.
and the cocktail is a little more.
Well, it's like as much as I love
it's,
the Sugar House guys.
Yeah.
Like Bad Luck, not a speakeasy.
right.
Like it's cute that you put it behind the door that doesn't have any signage or any of that kind of. But that's another Quick and Bro bar. Like
Right.
that's all it is.
Quick and Bro bar.
it just
They
is.
make amazing cocktails, though.
They do.
They do.
They
make some
do.
amazing cocktails.
I'm not knocking that at all. But it is not a speakeasy. It is a
Right.
phenomenal cocktail bar.
Yeah.
But it is not a speakeasy.
Yeah.
But the vibe and the thing they put out
Mm-hmm.
was speakeasy.
Right. That's fair. Yeah.
So yeah, it was. So I want to know because how you're doing it because you use the simple syrup
Right.
with this, and then because I use the granular sugar, and you're supposed to muddle it, right?
Yeah.
So unless there's juice in it, you stir it. If there's juice in
Well,
it, you shake it.
so-
Generally speaking,
If I'm doing it with sugar, I'll put the sugar in and then the bitters, and then you can kind of muddle it from there, and that
Right.
will help dissolve some of the sugar.
so what I do is I put it in a shaker. So I throw the sugar in, I throw the bitters in, I throw a bunch of ice in, and then I add the bourbon to it.
Your old fashioned.
Dude, I'm so happy. I was just gonna go amateur, but I didn't want to slap him down. But now that you have,
And then to really muddle it up, so because you said that, because if you don't, because you end up with the sugar, doesn't dissolve.
very true.
So I shake the shit out of it.
Does it taste really watered down?
So they are more watered down when I shake them like that, and they're cloudy when they come out.
Speaking of Morty,
I just thought it was my cataracts, but it's
no, it's a Rinkin.
Don't shake it. Don't shake it.
But
just stir.
Well, and
Just
that's
stir
the
it.
other thing.
Or
is
make a syrup.
To water it down though, so it's a bigger drink because there's more liquid and it lasts me longer and then I have just one for the night and I'm not pounding 2 or 3 old fashions while I'm watching this.
One of the things we talked about is that
The school board meeting.
the school board.
one of the things
Monday
we
I'm
talked
going to need
about-
2 or 3.
Tara, and you can
Oh,
correct
it's
me if
gonna
I'm
be-
wrong. I'll let them know.
I got to talk to him Monday.
All right. So one of the things that Jamie, you even pointed out too, was when it comes to making an old fashioned or a cocktail, you want to stir one type and shake another type.
Yeah, so if it has citrus in it, you always want to shake it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't shake it and you're like pouring a half ounce of lemon juice in it, you're going to really feel it right back here.
okay.
But
Goes back to your
shaking
teeth.
it also helps emulsify, like mix everything up, basically.
Yeah, okay. Because I could have sworn I heard something. You
Well,
only stir something and
Yes.
then shake something.
Yeah, so you always want to stir it if it's just booze.
Okay. All right, so that's but that's just me being a heathen. I've done that though with my Manhattans. I've been stirring my Manhattans since I've been
Don't shake them.
yeah, I've been stirring my Manhattans, and I've
Don't shake the old fashioned.
I'm actually making old fashions tomorrow for a photo shoot.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm doing.
So this is practice.
This is practice. Except I'm doing the other one. I'm going to do the one with black walnut
Nice.
tomorrow.
Fair enough.
Nice. Sad news though.
Uh-oh.
Ladies' nights are illegal in Wisconsin.
Well, then don't go to Wisconsin.
Yep. So there's another one of those crazy holdover laws from
I don't
prohibition.
know if that's sad.
Coming from the bartender, that may not be a bad
Is
thing.
it because it's Wisconsin?
Well, no,
or
so
just
did you hear about so the
I
guy?
work some ladies' nights.
So do you remember? No. So do you remember the guy that shot the
Liberty
federal
Guns?
Jeez, way to bring the conversation.
No. This is the
The
thing.
sheriff?
I swear to God, this is the thing. The federal judge in New Jersey, like that was like maybe 4 months ago.
I remember that.
So the guy that did that was a lawyer.
Okay.
And he was a lawyer he was the lawyer in New York that was trying to outlaw ladies' nights because they were discriminatory towards men.
Well, and that's the thing. Ladies' nights are illegal in Wisconsin. It
Speaking of
stems
heathens.
from a lawsuit of that exact type. The lawsuit, 2 men complained that women getting free drink tickets violated the public accommodations laws. So ladies' nights are also banned in California and Pennsylvania. And those
I mean, the
laws
Pennsylvania
stem
have
from-
the Amish, so I mean that's
You know what? I lived in Pennsylvania and I didn't know that.
Did you need a passport? That's like such an inside family joke. We're Polish, and so it's like my mom's folks came in through Pennsylvania, Poland, right to Pennsylvania, worked there, and then moved to Detroit, and so my brother thinking, they came from Europe, but it was always Pennsylvania, and someone was going to Pennsylvania, and he was like, "Do you need your passport?" It's
Kinda.
like Pennsylvania.
Each carriage is worth 300 points.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my.
got to catch him on Rumspragen. Just saying.
Oh yeah.
Get him while the carriage
I
is
can
far.
show you the world.
That's terrible.
So
They just picked the barn up. Get him.
you know who's more messed up than Wisconsin? It's Utah.
Where you can only have one shot in a drink.
Yeah, but 7 wives.
Like apparently apparently you cannot make a Long Island in Utah.
You shouldn't
So-
be making Long Islands in general.
so
Well, they regulate the alcohol percentage in beer in Utah.
right.
So that's why you can do the 1 beer, 1 shot. When I actually was visiting Utah, they were doing a special 1 beer, 1 shot, but they can't regulate
But
the
not
alcohol
one bourbon, 1 shot and 1 beer.
No, just beer and a shot. or
So,
whatever.
but the other thing is you cannot make a drink in the view of children.
In
It's
Utah.
illegal. In Utah you can't make drinks
Can-
in the view of children.
Can the children make the drinks for you then?
I mean,
If you
again,
blindfold 'em,
getting
I
back to
guess.
homeschooling, and
I was
my
just
kids,
gonna
my
say-
kids are learning how to bartend because that's chemistry credit. Like that's
That's
That's easy to figure out.
and then in Utah, if you order a drink in a restaurant, you have to order food.
God, I should be in jail after visiting Utah.
see, and dude, I'm sorry, I'm having such like Point Break flashbacks. Utah.
Strongest Avenger. Damn you, Stark. Okay. Anyway,
Which
Point
one?
Break. He calls them Point Break.
Yeah, he does call him Point
Oh,
Break.
okay.
All right. So I'm off in my own little world, man. I'm enjoying my old fashioned, and I'm very, very happy. Very, very
Yeah,
happy.
a strong punch there, Point Break.
Washington, D.C. has a couple messed up rules, too.
Really?
Yeah.
Washington, really?
Lived there for 5 years. I probably know these. Yeah.
So if you could drink with any fictional character, which one would it be?
Which fictional character?
Which fictional character?
I mean, Jesus, because you just keep ordering waters. Like that's.
Oh, you just call Jesus a fictional character. There's so many things great about that.
I mean,
But,
we don't want to go into that here
So
because I can, but we don't want to go into that.
Washington D.C. Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny cannot be used to promote alcohol
Nope.
consumption.
No.
No,
Nope.
no drinky Santa
No,
Claus.
there were actually bars that I know of that got fined on Capitol Hill because of some of the promotions they tried to run.
Yeah,
Absolutely true.
yeah, nutty. Tabs are illegal in Iowa. Yeah, kind of. You can't walk in.
Oh,
and
I'm sorry.
say,
I thought
put
there
it
was-
on my tab.
I thought we had more for DC. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
you were gearing up for DC, and I was ready. to
Oh
go
yeah,
in.
no,
Yeah.
that's all I had on DC.
Okay.
You got more on DC? Well, I got another Washington.
a lot of
one, but
morons
I think
in
this is
DC.
Washington State, probably. But so you can use a credit card and have a bartender hold a credit card, but you can't just say put it on a tab. There has to be an exchange before you can do that.
What did they do
In
back
Iowa.
in the 80s when Tab was around?
I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Sorry.
Yeah, well,
Showing my age.
no, Tab just got canceled this year.
Did it? Finally?
No,
That's my favorite part of Scrooge. Scrooged.
Yeah.
Bill Murray is pouring the tab.
Yeah,
and he's just
dude,
like
Tab
just a
Tab
splash.
literally just got canceled this year.
Oh,
Wow. That's been around for a long time.
I did not know it was still around.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Well, it's probably why it got
dude,
canceled.
I was one of the morons that would still order
You
it
would-
every now and then from Meijer. 'Cause, yeah,
Can I get a Pepsi free? No, you got to pay for it, kid.
is Pepsi okay? I don't know. Is Monopoly money okay? All right.
Just give me something without sugar in it. Here's a coffee.
Here's a water. You have any gluten-free options? Here's a water.
All right, so we have now. What's your thoughts on the Four Roses? Is that's a mixer, right?
I actually don't mind Four Roses,
Yeah.
but I love bourbon in
Yeah.
general.
Right.
So.
yeah.
See, I have always enjoyed the Four Roses.
We've done
personally.
the small batch and we've done the barrel selects on the show. We have not done this one.
That bottle that we're looking at right now, that is just the regular Four Roses
Right.
bourbon. I bought that bourbon in New Mexico. I bought that entire bottle, and I had to drink
that was
it.
right when COVID kicked in.
That was right when COVID kicked in, and I was on a ski trip to New Mexico. And I was
Little
going.
did you know.
How long were you supposed to be there?
I was supposed to be there for a week. We got there on a Saturday.
So we bought a fifth.
Bought a fifth. I was going to drink on it all week long. It was going to be a great week. On Sunday, that very next day, we were informed that the place was closing down at the end of the day.
Check out,
So
please.
It took me about
One
a
day.
day and a half to finish that entire bottle of bourbon. You know, I
That was a
sharing.
nice. That was a
with-
nice flight home.
Oh, man, I still smelled like bourbon when I got off the plane. I swear to God, I did. Like, are you sweating? No, I'm just bourbon.
No, that's oozing is the word you're looking for. That's yeah.
All right, so but so I don't know if we want to go with the Old Forester again or if we want to try the Four Roses. But you said you had a second cocktail.
I do
in mind.
highball.
A highball.
Highball.
So
Yeah.
what the we don't? I don't have highball glasses. Highball is a highball glass.
Yeah, it would
is like a
traditionally
tall,
be-
skinny glass.
It's the-
Yeah, Collins.
like okay.
See,
John
again, we
Collins
should have
gla-
done
are they
this
called-
episode in my basement
Yeah.
where I have all these glasses.
All these
Yeah,
glasses.
yeah.
Are they
mine
called
too.
John Collins glasses? Or is that what they're called?
Tom Collins.
Tom Collins.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, that's a cocktail.
Tom, John,
Yeah.
So they're
I mean,
Collins
we can make
glasses.
this
220,
very
221, whatever
small.
works.
All right. I think
this-
I
You
might
want a beer?
actually have two other.
8:00 in the morning.
No, I don't know what I.
Shot? Not during working hours.
All right,
That's
so
how I feel during homeschool. Should I make coffee or should I just open
Hey,
bourbon?
there's nothing wrong with an Irish coffee at 9 a.m. Just saying.
Dude, Bailey.
Minus the coffee?
I feel like Bailey's has stepped up their game because I've noticed so many more and new different flavors that have come out during this.
Okay, I have to touch.
If they come out with a caramel macchiato Bailey's,
They absolutely have.
Touch away.
I have to. So I was at Meijer the other day grocery shopping, and I always walk by the liquor aisle because it's like why not?
It's like a magnet, isn't it?
And, yes, right? Yeah. So I saw rum chata, and I don't drink rum chata, but there was a bright yellow bottle. They now make lemon rum chata.
They do.
And I
got
find
it.
This
Yep.
so concerning.
I thought you were going to go pineapple, not
yeah,
lemon.
no.
Lemon rum chata.
No, it's not for
Yeah,
swingers, Matt.
see?
It's no.
I'm just not.
Thanks, Dave.
I'm not sure about it.
Yeah.
Who's drinking that?
No, it's good.
Who's drinking that? It's getting served on ladies' night. That's for damn
That's
sure.
so true. That's so probably true.
Not in Iowa, isn't it?
No,
With
no.
sprinkles around the rim.
Oh, Jesus, Mary and Joseph. Yeah. Oh.
You see sprinkles around the rim?
It's always sprinkles around the rim.
Yeah, I mean,
So now I'm
back to ladies' night.
I'm a girl drink drunk. I am. I'm Matt and I've been drinking bourbon. What, going on 3 years here.
40.
Diving deep into the bourbon in the last 3 years on the Man Cave. But prior to that, I was known to be quite the girl drink drunk. But just,
I've mentioned that before.
Just put an umbrella in it, and I'm happy. I'm telling you. But the rum chatas, I just never. Nah, it's not. That's not.
Cream liqueurs just really don't do much. Yo, I don't mind Bailey's, but any a cream liqueur or anything like that, I really.
Dude, they're a mixer. So like the rum chatas, the tequila roses, the Baileys, like they are not a standalone drink.
No.
But they're a phenomenal mixer with it.
Bailey's,
and I won't even say that because there are girls that I know, like especially God, what is the strawberries and cream Bailey's that came out? That over ice.
Yeah,
Bailey's was pushing
I think-
Bailey's Rocks hard a few years ago.
The school,
probably 10 years ago.
The school
more.
board nights at my house
Yeah.
tend to involve at least 2 bottles of strawberries and cream Bailey's.
He's got a bunch of the elementary teachers there. And the elementary teachers in my district are young and cute. So I need to head over to his house for school board meeting night.
Wouldn't it be great if Colleen listened to this episode?
Well, she knows I'm not.
The one time.
This would be the one.
Dave, I gotta bail out of Northville. I'm sorry because Colleen said I'm not allowed to play
Can I come
anymore.
sleep on your couch?
That basement you just redid? Yeah, I'm gonna need that futon.
I'm just waiting for that knock on the door.
Yeah, no.
Hey, man.
So,
I
got home. All my clothes were on the lawn. No. So, but no, it's that's a plethora of attractive ladies.
A
there.
plethora.
So, but yeah, I'm
plethora.
not into. For whatever reason, I'm not into.
Are they
those.
infamous? Or
I'd love a good Cosmo though.
Yeah.
I do.
I didn't know when you said you're not into those. I didn't know if you were referring to the attractive
rum chata.
ladies you
The
were
rum
just talking
chata.
about, or
No,
the cream
the
drink.
rum chata. The rum chata. I'm not. It just. But
I'm not
the Cosmo. I'll do a
I'm not a
Cosmo.
rum
yeah,
chata
you
person
can embarrass.
So
you
Bob,
yourself all the time.
Bob used to make fun of me constantly for the amount of flavored vodka that I have in my bar, and you've seen it. Like I've got all that stuff, and I've got like 2 of those little spinny wheel things with 8 bottles each.
I would make fun of you too.
Okay, but you know what? You know when he stopped making fun of me? When we had the Christmas party at my house, and his wife and all of her friends were like, "Oh my God, make me another martini! Those are amazing!" And he was like, "You're a goddamn genius."
It's okay. Here, vodka in a glass. Cheers, ladies. Cheers. So in the Tom Collins glass, we are doing a highball.
So normally this would be with regular club soda, but all I had in my fridge was grapefruit.
All right.
Speaking of girl drink drunk, all right, fair.
This doesn't count.
All right.
We'll try to.
But you're gonna use the
soda,
4
damn.
roses this time.
Yes, I will use a 4 roses.
You know, and one of the things I really enjoy about some, distilleries and what they understand what their bourbon is, and they actually say, you know what, use this as a good mixer. They actually say, mix up your favorite cocktail with a sophisticated contemporary flair with this worldwide favorite. So they already know that it's probably not going to be used for neat all the time. People are going to use it to mix with.
So monkey shoulder.
What about monkey
the
shoulder?
Scotch?
Love monkey shoulder.
They're realistic about that too. They're like they mix us, They're not because some scotches are like the Holy Grail kind of stuff. Don't mess with.
How dare you?
Yeah. to even put a drop of water in it to open it up. But Monkey Shoulder, they're like,
Do it.
do whatever you want, man. Mix it.
You
They launched, this whole big launch, and they
By the
get
way,
it
for
up.
what it's
at,
worth, how did we never do a man cave with these?
oh my God! Oh, the election vodkas. Are those vodkas?
Those
They
are.
are.
Those,
Oh, I think those were covered. I think.
Oh, and they're terrible.
Nick Britsky.
Oh, are they?
Oh no, I shot.
we
you.
love Nick.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say, I'm almost positive.
See, the blue one got cracked, not the red one.
What does that even taste like?
Rubbing alcohol.
Yeah.
Or
Turpentine.
it tastes like bad decisions.
There you are.
It tastes like rum chata lemon.
It tastes like necessary evil. No, right? No.
You had to pick one or the other. It's a necessary evil.
So a highball.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
Is so it's a bourbon-based drink.
I'm just touching your eyes.
Okay.
I've given up.
It's all right. Yeah, no, don't. Yeah, don't.
Nicely out of
so
the bag.
real quick, guys. With the Four Roses, though, typically you're going to
Yeah.
get fruit off of the nose.
Oh, okay.
Of the
And,
Four
and,
Roses.
and a duck puppet
And a duck puppet. As far as
And
and the chicken dance.
damn it, but you're gonna get a little honey and sweet out of it. But with a highball, with the grapefruit, I'm kind of intrigued as
Yeah.
to which way this is gonna go.
Whose glass is empty? Because I can't make one in this glass. There'll just be no room for
I mean, I gave you mine somewhere.
That's it. That's David's.
I'll remember.
Mine's empty too. Whose glass is empty? I think we all hit it already.
Yeah.
I was just saying, I told you guys I have like solo cups. I don't have like glasses.
Yeah.
Well, we'll
Oh,
get
no.
there. We'll get to them.
I mean, we still have this amazing thing to get to.
Old Smuggler, Scotch whiskey. Holy schnipe! Really? That you said that was from your grandparents' basement or
That
something?
is from a grandparents' basement bar. I have no idea when it was purchased.
Produce of Scotland.
I have no idea how long it. My guess is that's a bottle from the '60s. My guess.
Imported by and bottled in the USA
Well, it doesn't
for
look cloudy.
W.A. Taylor and Company, Miami, Florida.
Wow.
From Scotland to Miami, to your lips, the smuggler. Scotch with a history.
Yeah, get the yayo.
1835.
Gotta get the Connery with the get the yayo.
It's
Little Scarface.
almost as old as my house.
Oh. Well, Old
18,
Smuggler. yes.
1835.
Right.
Yeah, my 1831. My house is 1831. All right, so 100% Scotch whiskey blended.
You know what? I dare you.
Distilleries.
I mean, I'm just saying.
Glasgow.
I literally have not touched it. Cannot vouch for it in any capacity.
Pass around down.
Take one down, pass it around.
That's how COVID happens.
This
Yeah.
would be me.
All right.
You got one too, right?
I got one.
All right.
I got this cute little wine glass.
I brought those. Yeah.
They're very
Food and wine.
Very
All right, there we go.
Oh,
Cheers.
food and wine.
All right, so it's what's the mix on this? It's just bourbon and
Yep,
club soda?
I do 2 ounces of bourbon and the club soda. And you can add syrup to sweeten it up. We
Okay.
didn't have
Okay.
glasses for that size, so
And that's just called the
highball.
All right.
Traditional highball.
I think we did highballs when we did the chili cook-off.
Yeah, I think we did. We did that with the Buffalo Trace.
See, that is one bourbon I just
Did them once
cannot get down with.
with a
Really?
Yeah, it's too medicinal for me.
Ah.
And I love bourbon. There's really never a bourbon I'll turn down, but yeah, Buffalo Trace just has that I don't know how to explain it. Medicinal.
I cannot have Buffalo Trace even mentioned near me without going to the Nana Cherry Buffalo Stance
yes.
song from the 90s.
Just the beginning of that song. Yeah, got it.
with a Buffalo Trance. I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm not on my thing. I like that. The grapefruit in there is lightens it
kinda
up a little bit.
That's actually pretty refreshing.
Makes it.
It is.
And we were
Crushable,
because
very
we were
crushable.
talking about.
So I've been using Squirt as a mixer.
Squirt.
No
yeah.
pun intended, like the actual soda.
Super sweet.
But it's a grapefruit soda. That's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
Because so it's the syrup and the
and the grapefruit mixed in.
And
But
again,
then
it's
you get the
again,
carbonation
My
in there.
home bar that I just
Yeah, when we
because
did the
it's just me.
highballs, we were adding lime to it as something.
Actually, we did lemon to it. I think.
Lemon.
Yeah, we did
Yeah,
lemon. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
I
it was
didn't have
we.
any lemon.
It was with the chili cook-off, and
Yeah.
so we were trying to have something to offset the chili. And so we thought what was a couple of people recommended that would be something good to offset chili. There's something lighter and brighter to offset the richness and the spicy
I didn't
chili.
feel lighter and brighter after all that chili. Just gonna say.
Oh, all right. So Repeal Day.
Repeal Day.
It's
Cheers.
Cheers.
You know what? Infamous.
The Four Roses made it through.
Yeah.
It did. As did the Old Forester. They actually never stopped.
All right, so one more. There's like a couple more stupid laws in here from that are holdovers from the Prohibition age. It's against the law in Washington to destroy a beer bottle, a keg, or a cask. So no sitting on the curb breaking beer bottles on your head in Washington.
Is that Washington State?
It's just says Washington, so I'm going to guess Washington State. And then in Alaska, it's illegal to be drunk in a bar.
I used to live in Alaska years and years ago, and
yeah.
I can vouch that a lot of people broke that law multiple times. When you're losing kids on a snowmobile, yeah.
So in Idaho, towns can only have one bar per every 1,500 citizens, which means liquor licenses are hard to come by in Iowa.
So the
And,
polar
aftermarket.
opposite of Hamtramck.
Yeah, it's like there's a liquor license for every 15 people.
No, that's dispensaries, not. Oh, I'm sorry.
Everybody's.
Too soon. Sorry, Augie. Had to.
Yeah. So there you go. There's some kooky laws left over from Prohibition. So Dave, you got some shenanigans over there. Can you Google that? Did you try Googling the smuggler?
I did not.
Old
Smuggler
Scotch. Take a look. Take a look at that.
That is that's a pretty good looking bottle.
That's like it's old.
See, I'm just getting into the whole Scotch thing. I was never much of a Scotch drinker.
A Scotch. I don't do well on Scotch.
I don't either.
I mean, I can put down some monkey shoulder, and I don't mind Lefroy. Like, is a mist on top or? Rinse.
Oh, so dude, Lafrague that's like a whole, like that's a bonfire in your mouth waiting to happen.
Yeah,
like that's amazing.
See, I can't. I can't. But I'm the same way with mezcals. Like, I just can't do the super smoky.
Tequila here. Oh, we only need 4.
The only time I can ever do those like the super smoky is if it's in a penicillin. I do love a good penicillin, and to me it tones it down a little bit.
Okay.
All right, so I'm actually on crownwineandspirits.com.
Okay.
And according to them, the product description.
That was the greatest face ever.
I didn't see the face, and I don't know if I want to see it.
It
but
was
it says
a face and a jump.
It was a complex blend of over 40 malts.
Wow.
Lingering finish with a hint of honey. Old Smuggler is internationally known distinctive
I feel like
blend.
lingering finish means you need a day after pill.
But it actually goes back to 1835. Apparently, it's fine. It's a smooth taste due to a special blend of fine Scotch whiskeys.
Okay.
18th century smugglers risked their life to share its taste with loyal customers throughout the island.
So, dude, the story coming out of New York about the guy that was renovating his house and found there was always rumors.
Oh, yeah, I saw it was like underneath his house.
There
or
were
whatever.
rumors that like the shed next door, like that the guy like was a smuggler during Prohibition and found several hundred bottles
Of the Old Smuggler?
of Prohibition era whiskey.
Shit.
And apparently they're going to keep they said they want to keep about 10 of them, and they're going to put the rest up on eBay.
There were some good ones in there too.
I want one.
Yeah.
I know I don't want one, but I want one.
Let me see that bottle there, Jamie.
Yeah. So there was a story, and I was going to pull it up and read it and talk about it, and I didn't. But Fred Minnick did a story about are those bottles real or fake though? Are they real? Is it really Prohibition era bourbon or not? Whiskey or not? There was
some photos in some of the stories I saw.
Yeah. And it's inconclusive whether they're real or not. Did you pass one?
Yes, everybody got one.
Oh, okay,
including
cheers.
you and me.
All right, I did a light pour just in case.
Just in case.
Because you can always go back for more, right?
Right.
I mean it smells like a bitey Scotch.
It does. It does.
It doesn't.
God, see, anytime I smell Scotch, it always gives me leather, and that's just me. That's just where my palate, my olfactory notes take me, is just leather.
Right.
Any scotch.
Yeah, I usually end up in a leather. I usually end up in a leather bar after drinking scotch too. What, Matt?
Are we going to the Blue Oyster? Is that what we're doing?
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, shit. Oh, God. Who's tasting it first?
I'm still smelling it. Oh, JB did it.
Oh.
Ooh.
I can't see your face. Oh, no.
See, you
Not
have
an
to-
enormous fan.
Tara's doing it.
Oh, she's sweet on the front and she's hot on the back.
She's sweet on the front end. I don't know what's on the back yet.
A little burn in the throat. It's not really a
Oh.
burn. It's like a. If you could look at all of your faces right now,
I almost want to
it
down
is-
the highball just to get rid of that. I'll take the-
There's it seems like and we've been drinking a couple other things
yeah,
too.
Our palate's kind of ruined, but
I was gonna
you
say
know
there was a
what?
little bit of honey in there, but I don't know if that's a leftover from the Four
No,
Rose.
I could see the honey.
No,
'cause
I
it
think
is-
that's there.
It's
Okay.
really sweet when you first get it, but I don't know.
Do you have any of that?
It's not smoky
there
at all.
There's the
Well,
scotch.
no,
There it
but
is.
dude, not all scotches are.
Yeah, yeah,
like,
yeah.
like I said, like that's.
I mean, like in the middle, you could get some smoky notes, but
No, it's.
Oh, I got it on the burp.
No, it's. I was gonna say it's got a little smoke on the aftertaste.
Yeah.
it absolutely does.
I got a little smoke on the burp.
We're
I
gonna
don't
use
think
that
you
now.
get that the first time around. Like I didn't get smokiness
It's
the first
not
time around.
So it's not a Lafrague, but it's a
It's not a.
Glenmorangie.
No.
Like Glenmorangie has the smoke after.
Yes.
Right.
But Ardbeg doesn't. Doesn't have the smoke.
I'm sorry, you'd beg for what?
Yeah, I always begging for shit.
The cult of Ardbeg is going to come for you, Matthew.
Oh yeah.
Do not speak ill of the Ardbeg.
I will. Okay.
There's a
Bring. You know what?
people. There's like it's a thing.
Mr. Cameron George, if you're listening,
Yes.
you know what?
Oh, we love it.
We love the Cameron George. He's a national ambassador for Ardbeg and Glenmorangie. Such a great guy.
Yep.
So we need to have him back.
Yes.
We need to have Tara make a cocktail.
I would say, can I come?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The only things I'm serving these days is grape juice and chocolate milk.
So we did when he was at the Sugar House and we
Yes.
sat
Yeah.
down with him at the Sugar House. So we cleared out that little front by the window and
Yeah.
we set up there and
Oh, yeah.
podcasted with him there. And
So-
he poured a bunch of Glenmorangies and 2 Ardbegs for us.
Yes, he did.
Nice.
Yeah,
See-
the Glenmorangie is very flavorful. There's a lot
It was-
there's a lot of flavors going on in those for
We
me.
carried those at the club at
Yeah.
Detroit Club.
I got a bottle of it. Somebody brought it just
I
for
think
the last
Glenfiddich was
holidays.
here. That's right.
Yeah, so
Oh,
Yeah.
that's definitely Scotch for me. That's
Yeah.
definitely
You don't
Scotch.
but you don't get it the first time you taste
You
it.
don't.
It was like the second or third time.
The
that
second
you
time, I'm
really
like, oh,
get
that's
that.
Scotch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Yes,
the fu-
you have to have hand
And
motion.
duck puppet.
Yeah.
I got the hand puppet thing tonight because
yeah.
see, it's prohibition time. See,
All right, there you go. So I just felt it appropriate that we get together for Repeal Day and raise a glass. Dave, thanks for having us downtown here, Detroit Shipping Company.
oh my God, it's always so terrible to hang out and drink with you guys. It's the bane of my existence, and yet I struggle through somehow.
I can't believe how busy the bar
Once
is,
I was
though.
afraid,
bar
I
is
was
slammed.
petrified.
this is actually the first time that we've actually been able to sit down and have a cocktail together in a number of weeks because it's always been on the Zoom now.
Yeah.
So it's a pleasure to have you in person
On the Zoom.
On the Zoom.
Oh my God, you kids are smoking the pot on the Zoom with the things and the stuff and the yeah.
And now, Tara, you are an absolute fixture of the Man Cave Happy
Oh my God,
Hour.
yes,
so
thank
I
you.
wish I could be on more. I homeschool so much, and then my kids have. So I only have one child, and she's in dance.
Okay.
One child does extracurricular. I have
Right.
more than one child for sure. But she's in dance like 4 days a week, and that consumes my after school time.
So that
Dude, I
ends
have
at what?
dude, a
6?
a friend of mine has
Someday.
2 daughters in
Tuesdays,
in
yeah.
dance, and she's like, she hates her life. Like she loves that her daughters are in dance and
Yeah.
they're having a good
Yeah.
time with it, but she absolutely abhors her life.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
Like
yeah,
she's
yeah.
one of the regular fixtures at the bar in my basement.
Yeah. See, I don't mind it because I grew up dancing, so it's nice to have a daughter who's doing the same thing.
Fair.
But she is in eight classes now, and she's 6 years old. And with COVID, we can't go in the studio, so I'm hanging out in my car a lot.
So, but it's okay. So, but it's six, and this is the conversation I've had with her. At 6 years old, what do 8 classes really do for? Like, is that more about her, or is that more about you hoping that that's a thing?
I will say she started off in 5 classes because she started dancing when she was 4, and then she asked if she could join the pom class, and I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine. And when she joined, the secretary said,
and then.
Well, if she's in prom,
Yes, and then.
Yes.
You know.
The secretary said, you're only 1 class away from paying the maximum amount.
But wait, how much did you pay? But wait, don't answer yet.
There's more.
Welcome to Billy Mays.
Yes.
Yeah, but there's costumes for
Yes.
each and props for
Yes.
each.
Yeah.
Oh, and they're all so, dude. When I listen to her talk about the shit that she
Oh my
buys
God.
her daughters, I'm like, you're a single mom. Like, where's your OnlyFans?
My-
Like how are you affording all of these things for your daughters that are like she has 2 daughters and all these dance things? I'm like, I know you have one. Don't lie to me.
Crazy. It's crazy. So yes, 1 class led to another, and then the owner of the studio asked if she would join the
'Cause one
competition
thing
team. Always leads to another. That's
Leads
why, yes.
to another.
That's
Well,
why,
here's the thing.
That's
though.
why I have 5 children.
My niece, though. So now
One thing led to another.
I'm so confused. You said you had 1, but then wait, is it 1 or 5?
No, I said I had 1 in dance.
Okay.
I have 5 total.
Did you never buy like a PlayStation or anything? like there's other stuff to do.
Which is why one thing leads to another.
Yeah, no, I mean,
Listen, it only takes 1 time.
no, I'm aware. That's why, dude. That's why I had 2, and then I had El Snippo Grande.
I had 1 and inherited 2.
Yeah. I have 5 and inherited 1, so 6
fair
total.
play.
I mean, more power to you. That's, dude.
That's,
it's a thing.
It turns out I'm very fertile.
Myrtle, myrtle.
Would you like some Old Smuggler?
Just gonna go ahead and drink my drink right now.
ManCaveHappyHour.com. Jamie,
ManCaveHappyHour.com/OnlyFans.
damn. Which way we going? Right or left?
And
Tonight left.
And then we launch our Patreon.
Oh, mercy. All right. I guess, I don't know. It probably should end it there. I got more, but no, I don't. I don't have any more.
We still have a few moments.
No, I don't. We're
Are you
good.
done?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Those folks that are listening, I think they're done too.
They might have just been getting interested.
Or they just turned it off about 10 minutes ago.
They might have just pulled out the baby oil and like.
Okay, stop
And
right
clean
there.
up.
Stop right there.
Or they're Googling OnlyFans, because
Yeah.
not everyone knows what that is.
No.
Everyone knows what
Oh, my.
So educate me. I'm kidding. Don't educate me at all.
Let me get my Google.
It's right here.
I mean, let me get my bookmarks.
So Jamie,
Yeah.
are you good?
I got to go.
I have no idea what's going on right now. How spicy do you want your chank sauce?
No, but it was fun. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, of
and
course.
we'll do more, definitely. And, Dave, thanks for always, being you.
Trying to
Man.
figure out if that's a compliment or not.
It is. It totally is.
What, Jamie?
Hugs.
Hugs.
All right.
Cheers, everybody. Thank
All
you
right,
so much for being here.
ManCaveHappyHour.com. Thanks. Bye.
Cheers. Oh, let me switch hands.
Cheers.